Hi, boys and girls. Today is Thursday, May 14th, 2020. Today I am assigning homework for lesson 10.5. At the top it says practice and homework, lesson 10.5. At the bottom you should be on page 589, and I'm also going to give you 590 to do because that's both pages of 10.5's homework. Please find it in your packet. At the top, it says problem solving time intervals. So I did some of the problems for you, and I'm going to go over them with you. And then the rest you have to do on your own. So I'm going to start with number one. Number one, they did for you, but I'm going to go over it anyway. It says solve each problem, show your work. Hannah wants to meet her friends downtown. Before leaving, she does chores for 60 minutes and eats lunch for 20 minutes. The walk downtown takes 15 minutes. Hannah starts her chores at 11:45. At what time does she meet her friends? So, boys and girls, they did this for you using the strategy of making a number line to find out what time did Hannah meet her friends. We have the starting time, which is 11:45. So let me show you what they did. You can see it on your paper. I'm just going to zoom in here a little bit. She started at 11:45. If you add an hour or 60 minutes on, that's how long it took her to do the chores. Now you're at 12:45. Then she had 20 minutes for lunch. When you add that on, you're at 1:05. After that, she walked downtown for 15 minutes. That takes you to 1:20 p.m. So at what time did she meet her friends? 1:20 p.m. So that's basically what we're doing on this homework, using the strategy of a number line to help us solve the problem. So let's move on and do number two. So here is number two. Katie practiced the flute for 45 minutes, then she ate a snack for 15 minutes. Next, she watched television for 30 minutes until 6 o'clock. At what time did Katie start practicing the flute? Please go back and underline and circle important information like I did. It says Katie practiced the flute for 45 minutes. Please circle the word flute, circle the number 45. Then she ate a snack for 15 minutes. Underline the sentence. Please circle snack. Please circle 15 minutes. Next, she watched television for 30 minutes. Please circle television. Please circle 30. Underline the rest. And then it goes on to say she did that until 6 p.m. 6 p.m. is very important. Please circle that. At what time did Katie start practicing the flute? That's our question. Make sure make sure that you circle the word start, underline the rest of the question. So, what did I do here? I took all the activities that Katie did and I added them together. The 45 minutes of practicing the flute, added to the 15 minutes she ate the snack, added to the 30 minutes she watched television. The total amount of activity time was 90 minutes. So that's the elapsed time, boys and girls. That is the amount of minutes that I have to jump on my number line to find out what time Katie started practicing the flute. So we don't know the start time. We only know the ending time. So over here is where I made my number line, starting with 6 o'clock. So 6 o'clock p.m. was at the end of the number line. Then I I subtracted an hour off and I got to 5 o'clock. Then I subtracted a half hour off and I got to 4:30. Now notice at the top I made a little mountain and I made a little hill. If you remember Mrs. O'Neill's poster that I sent to you on Remind app, she said you could think of an hour as a huge mountain of time and you could look at a hill as a little bit of a smaller amount of time. So again, that's what I did here. But why did I use 60 and 30? Because if you add those together, it's 90 minutes. And I told you that Katie spent 90 minutes doing all of her activities. So I took 90 minutes and I broke it into 60 and then 30. And I counted backwards And I now know what time she started practicing the flute, which was 4:30 p.m. Please copy, pause the video if you need to. Now I'm going to move on to number 3. All right. Number 3 says, Nick gets out of school at 2:25 p.m. He has a 15-minute ride home on the bus. Next, he goes on a 30-minute bike ride. Then he spends 55 minutes doing homework. At what time does Nick finish his homework? Again, please underline, Nick gets out of school at 2:25, circle 2:25. He has a 15-minute ride home. Circle 15, circle ride home. Underline the rest. Next, he goes on a 30-minute bike ride. Please circle 30 minutes. Please circle bike ride. Underline the rest. Then he spends 55 minutes doing homework. Circle 55 minutes. Circle homework. Underline the rest. At what time does Nick finish his homework? Again, this is the question to the problem. Make sure you circle the word finish, underline the rest. Again, Ms. Harling did the same thing that I did in number 2. I added up all of the activities that Nick did. 15 minutes riding home, plus 30 minutes riding his bike, plus 55 minutes he did for homework. When you add those together, you get 100 minutes. So when I make my number line, my jumps have to equal 100 minutes. And you can break your jumps into the easiest jumps that you need in order to add on or subtract off. Now, in this case, boys and girls, we are adding on because we know what time he got out of school, and that is the start time. So please look at my number line. All right, so here's my number line. We know he got out of school at 2:25. I added a half hour onto that, and now I'm at 2:55. Then I added 5 minutes onto that. I'm at 3 o'clock. Then I decided to make a big jump of 60 minutes, which is an hour, and now I'm at 4 o'clock. And then another jump of 5 minutes takes me to 4:05, and I'm at 4:05 p.m. This is the time he finished his homework. Where did I get 5, 60, 5, and 30 from? I added them together, and they make the 100 minutes. 5 plus 60 is 65. Plus 5 more is 70. Plus 30 more is 100. So there's my 100 minute of jumps to help me find the ending time, which was 4:05. Okay, now I'm going to do number 4. I always do this one with you. It says write math. Write a multi-step word problem that has at least 2 amounts of elapsed time. The problem may require finding a starting time or an ending time. Include a solution. So for our problem that we're going to make, we're only going to write 2 activities that were done. When you look back at number 2 and 3, there were about 3 different things that they did in the word problem. The word problem that I wrote, there's only 2 activities. So please copy. You can write my name, your name, it doesn't matter. It says, Sonia went to band practice at 2:45 p.m. She spent 30 minutes there. Then she had chorus practice for 45 minutes. At what time did Sonia finish? So you have the starting time. I went to band practice at 2:45. 30 minutes I spent there, and then 45 minutes I spent at chorus. Now you'll notice right by the word problem, I added those together. 30 plus 45 is 75. So my jumps have to equal 75 minutes. And I made my number line below. It's kind of tiny, but please take a look. So 2:45 is our starting time. I jumped 5 minutes, I went to 2:50. I jumped 10 minutes, I'm at 3 o'clock. I jumped 15 minutes, now I'm at 3:15. I jumped 30 minutes, and now I'm at 3:45. I jumped 10 more minutes, I'm at 3:55. And 5 little more minutes, I'm at 4 o'clock. Again, Where did I get these jumps from? If you add them together, 5 and 10 make 15, plus 30 is 45, plus 50 is 60 minutes, plus 10 is 70 minutes, and plus 5 is 75. And there's your 75 minutes for the 30 and the 45 minutes that I did of activities for practicing for chorus and for band. So please copy this number line. I'll hold it here for a few seconds so you guys can copy it. But the answer is I finished at 4 o'clock p.m. Okay, pause the video if you need to. I'm going to move on. And I am going to go to the back, which is page 590. Number 1, I'm not doing. Please read carefully, make a number line, and find the answer. They are asking you at what time did she finish. So you know the start time. You don't know the finishing time or the ending time. So you can use this line that they gave you, put 11 o'clock, and make your jumps and see what time the activity finished. I'm not going to do that one. Number 2, you're going to read that problem about the ball game. They want to know that Ying left home to get to the game 30 minutes before it starts. So we know the game begins at 2 p.m. So we know the ending time. We need to know at what time should Ying leave home. So you're going to go back and find the answer, okay? Number 3, this is a review. We've done fractions. It says, write the fractions 2/4, 2/8, and 2/6 in order from least to greatest. Now, I didn't put them in order yet. What I did is I just showed you what they look like making a model. This is 2 out of 4, 2 out of 8, and this picture represents 2 out of 6. So if I'm going to put them in order from least to greatest, what fraction would come first? 2/8. Remember, we talked about the larger the denominator, the smaller the fraction is. So this is the smallest picture. Then 2/6. 2/4 is the greatest. Okay. I'm not doing number 4. I'm not doing number 5. And I'm not doing number 6. So basically, boys and girls, you have to do the back of page 289 of your homework. I only did one of them for you. I basically did everything on the front. So you're basically just doing the back of lesson 10.5's homework, which is page 590. Okay, so I'm assigning this for you to do today. I will go over it tomorrow, and then I'll talk to you about what you're going to do tomorrow. Okay, I will talk to you and show you another video tomorrow. Have a great day. Bye, guys.